guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Ishita, aka the Stunning Medico, and in today's video we are going to talk about menstrual cups. So guys, I have been using menstrual cup for over 2 years and I am absolutely in love with this and I do not regret it at all. So let's start this video by telling you the reasons why I actually switched from pads to menstrual cups. Now this is not at all a pad shaming video. These are just my personal experiences on why I decided to choose menstrual cups over pads. So the first reason, pads were very irritating to me, very annoying, very irritating. They gave me a very diapery feeling and it was not at all pleasant. I absolutely hated it. Second reason, pads caused rashes and it caused me huge discomfort, especially after day 3, and I would altogether stop wearing pads and leak inside my underwear because pads were that much uncomfortable for me. Reason number 3, they would still cause leakage. No matter how many pads I would wear, I would put one pad on top of it and there would still be somehow leakage. Like somehow I would always still spoil my new white pants or trousers or skirts or anything. Reason number 4, smell. All you pad wearers know that there is a very unpleasant smell that comes when you're on your periods and when you're bleeding. It is a very annoying, disgusting smell and it just gets worse. Okay, the more scented pads they give, the more pathetic it smells. So you guys know that the smell is one factor that makes you very self-conscious of what you're doing, of who are you sitting with, in which environment setting you are in. I don't know about you all, but it made me very self-conscious and uncomfortable, so it was not at all worth it. Reason number 5, it gave me a very dirty feeling. It made me feel very unhygienic and unclean. It just made me feel very unfresh, like it would be a constant reminder that I was on my period. Like every time I would go to washroom, it would be a constant reminder, okay, that I am bleeding also. So it kind of made me feel very unhygienic basically. Reason number 6, frequent changes. Now all you pad wearers know that wearing a pad means changing your pad once every 4 hours, which means you have to change it at least about 5 to 6 times a day, which made it very unfeasible, especially if you're going somewhere to stay. And if you're unlucky like me, you know that you get your periods especially when a vacation is coming up or a school trip is coming up, camping is coming up, any event, and your periods are just there to greet you with open arms. So that frequent changes was very uncomfortable for me because that was very unfeasible and not at all practical. Now reason number 7 is the noise that comes out when you're taking out a pad in a public washroom. Now it is not like it's not much to bother about, but still it's kind of like low-key weird, if not embarrassing. It's just, it's kind of like everybody around that washroom knows that you have got your periods and you're changing your pad. Now I'm not saying it is anything to be ashamed of, but it just made me low-key uncomfortable. Like I don't want to go and announce to everybody that I have got my periods, but the noise that comes out when you take your pad out of the wrapper, it's just it's noisy. Reason number 8, that pads are very limiting. Now with pads you can't do a lot of activities like swimming or any water-bound activities. Now so that would be very uncomfortable if you're going to water parks or if you got your periods before a vacation that involves going to the beach. So then you would have to waste your whole vacation sitting on the sand because you can't go into the sea because it's just unhygienic and it's limiting basically, and I didn't want something or just my periods to limit me of anything. So that was another reason. Reason number 9 is cost. Now we know that pads are very expensive. It's almost a luxury item. Like a simple pack of pads of about 30 pads would cost around 300 rupees, and it lasts only a month. So it's totally I mean, it's not a wastage of money, but it's expensive and you can't deny it. And a pack of 300 rupees into 12, which would cost you around 3600 rupees yearly, and that's a huge amount of money when you calculate it over the years. So that is also one of the reasons. Reason number 10, disposal. All you pad wearers know that disposal of a pad comes in a series of steps, and there are certain do's and don'ts. Okay, so you have to take out the pad, you have to wrap it in a newspaper, then you again have to wrap it in another newspaper or a polythene or any other thing, and then dispose it off in the dustbin. You can't throw it down the drains, you can't throw it down the toilet, you can't do any of that because it blocks the drains and causes a huge hazard. So disposing of was also a huge issue for me. Giving an example, the dustbin in my home is outside the home. Okay, so I would have to cross the entire home with the used pad to throw it in the dustbin. Now I don't have, now I'm not saying that periods is a huge taboo or anything, but anytime I would go outside the house to dispose it off, like my brother or my dad would be like, where you going, if especially if I'm doing this at night. So they would ask me, and it would just make me, I don't want to like kind of like shout and yell. Okay, I'm disposing of my used pads. I mean, not saying that it's a taboo, but it's just uncomfortable. There are certain things that which you don't want to talk about, even if you're comfortable to talk about. Reason number 11, I guess. So recycling and environmental hazard. That pads these days are made up of artificial substances which do not degrade that easily, so which eventually causes the landfills to fill up and cause a huge amount of wastage. So this is a kind of like, for those of you who are caring about the environment, for those of you, this is also another important reason. Now enough about why I didn't like pads. Now let's talk about why I actually like menstrual cups. So let's talk about pros of menstrual cup. First reason is that it gave me the freedom to do a lot of things. It gave me the freedom to wear whatever I want, be it white, going into beaches, water parks, any place, with or without water, anything basically. It gave me a lot of freedom that wise, so I was absolutely in love with this. Reason number 2 is the amount of changes. Now a menstrual cup is technically designed to be changed around after every 8 to 10 hours, but it totally depends on the size of the cup you're using, as well as your bleeding pattern, whether you're on day 1 or how much you actually bleed. So for me it worked for 12 hours, which meant that I had to change it only twice a day, and it gave me so much more enjoyment because I am a person who doesn't like to change. Okay, it's absolutely annoying, and I consider it a huge time waste. So for me, that I just had to change it for twice a day was a huge attractive feature. Actually, it is one of the major reasons why I decided to switch to menstrual cups. Next reason is that menstrual cups are very affordable. Like, menstrual cups used to be very expensive earlier when I started using it, but I got a cheap deal and I got it for around 300 to 400 rupees. Now this cup lasts you for about 10 years. 10 years! Calculate the amount of money that you're saving. It comes out to be approximately 28,000 rupees. Imagine saving 28,000 rupees just by using menstrual cups and not using pads. Next is the frequency of this leaking is much less than the frequency of a pad leaking. Now, with pads, like, even if you put the pads all in a correct position, it would still have a tendency to leak from the sides or from the back or something like that, right? But I've never had an accident with this because it works on the suction principle. It creates a suction inside you and it does not leak till it's actually full, which and which is around for me about after 8 to 10 hours. Till then I'm already free of my task and I'm going to change it anyway. So I still now I have not had a single accident because of menstrual cups. Now I am totally in love with menstrual cups. I started using it when I started going to coaching. Now I would go to coaching at about say 8 or 9 in the morning, and then I would come back very late in the evening, say around, like there would be tests and everything, and I would come back home by say 7:30 or 8 p.m. at the night. And you know that changing pads in the washroom and of the coaching was not a thing that I was comfortable with, because we would have just around a 10-minute break and the washroom would be full. Okay, everybody had to use the loo only during that designated break time. So there would be, you know, I would change my pads, and you know, people would be banging on the door to come out, because their classes are about to start and they also need time to use the loo. So this gave me a lot of freedom, because I had to use it in the morning, and then I would come back home from the entire day of work, and then I would have the, you know, come back to the comfort of my home and then change it. So this was a lifesaver for me actually during my periods. Actually, I remember the first time I ordered this, to test it, I had worn this and I had gone directly to my dance class, and from my dance class I directly went to my coaching and came back from the day of work expecting at least some leakage, something. And when I came back and checked myself, and I saw that there was no leakage at all, so I was pretty impressed. And that is when, you know, I made my decision to firmly, like, this is the only thing I need and want, and this is the only thing I'm going to use from now on. So enough about the pros of this menstrual cup. Till now you must be feeling that this menstrual cup is the superhero and it's a superman and it's going to save you from all the burning buildings. But now let's get realistic and let's talk about the cons of menstrual cup. One of the most important con that I feel menstrual cup has is that you have to have an access to a clean washroom, clean water with good water availability, a wash basin, which is not at all feasible if you're in public. You also have to have soap to wash your hands and to also wash your cup before putting it in. So this is not at all something that I would ever choose to change in a public place. I would always you know, try to go back to my either home or hotel to, you know, have the entire washroom to myself, and then change it, because this is not at all feasible to change in a public washroom, not at all. Second important con of this is putting it in. Putting it in requires practice. It does not go in like that. You have to fold it in and put it in like this, or either this kind of like narrows it down to put it inside. But most girls are very scared to even look at that part of their body. They think that it is something that should not be looked at or touched, let alone put a big cup with such a big mouth inside it. So that can be a scary experience for some. Now putting it in like this or any other fold that you like, it might require lube in the first or the second attempt when you're just beginning. It's not always the case. I used to require lube in the beginning, but now I don't require it, because now I've got enough practice with it. But in the beginning you might require a lube. Make sure you use a water-based lube and not a silicone-based, because using a silicone lube on a silicone cup might destroy it. Next is obviously taking it out. Just like putting it in, taking it out also requires practice. Now taking it out might cause the cup to spill the blood. That is why it requires practice. So what I used to do is that I used to take it out in the toilet seat only, so that even if it spills out in the toilet itself, and so that I can just flush and go about my business, because you anyway have to dump it in the toilet only. Sometimes like it gets like stuck, and the only way to kind of like pull it out is to try to pinch it and invert it, so that it kind of like comes out only like this, and when it comes out the content is spilled inside the toilet. The next important con that I can think about is maintenance of this cup. That is, you have to sanitize this cup. Okay, so now usually the steps of sanitizing is that you have to take a pan, fill it with water, bring it to boil, and then you have to put this cup inside that pan and boil it for about 2 to 5 minutes, which is the essential time for required for it to get sanitized. This is so easy to say, right? But it's a challenge in Indian household, because taking your menstrual product inside the kitchen, how can you even think about it? You yourself are not allowed inside the kitchen. How can you take your menstrual product, put it in a pan, and then put it on the gas, which belongs inside the kitchen? That's crazy to Indian like in an Indian household, right? But it is very essential that you do sanitize the cup between cycles. Okay, so what I did was that I bought a separate pan. Okay, I bought a separate pan to for it to boil. Then I would kind of like bring the water to boil, bring it inside my room, put this cup inside that water, and then just let it stay for 2 to 5 minutes, and then I would just take it out, like throw the water, and then put the pan inside my in my almirah only. So this was what I did. So this is, if taking the menstrual product inside your kitchen is an issue with you too, you can try this out. Other option is that you can also use a menstrual cup sterilizer. A menstrual cup sterilizer typically looks like this, but problem is that it is a little expensive. It costs around 2000 to 3000 rupees, which might not be affordable for a lot of people. So guys, I think I've summed up all the pros and cons of menstrual cups and why I decided to switch to this. Think about it carefully. If you find this video useful, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Till then, bye bye.